Some fun tonight, huh?
What do you like to drink?
Hello. Password. Purity. Sit down, please.
Shut up.
You have the money?
Can I see Sasha first?
You don't trust me.
It's a lot of money for 1 hour.
Your first time in my country? You don't talk much. You want to make me nervous?
Oh no.
Sash!
Да. Спасибо. I have friends. Friends all over the world. That hurts.
I just want the kid. I will pay more.
You have a problem. You've seen our faces.
You have the same problem. You've seen mine.
The film opens with a character named Samson, who enters a nightclub that also serves as a center for human trafficking. That evening, Samson is engaged in negotiations with a trafficking network regarding the transport of an individual named Victor. He offers a substantial fee, which pleases the head of the cartel. However, when Samson places money on the table, he suddenly attacks everyone present with a knife.
Some fun tonight, huh?
What do you like to drink?
Hello. Password. Purity. Sit down, please.
Shut up.
You have the money?
Can I see Sasha first?
You don't trust me.
It's a lot of money for 1 hour.
Your first time in my country? You don't talk much. You want to make me nervous?
Oh no.
Sash!
Да. Спасибо. I have friends. Friends all over the world. That hurts.
I just want the kid. I will pay more.
You have a problem. You've seen our faces.
You have the same problem. You've seen mine.
After overcoming the gang, he moves to locate Victor in order to rescue him. He informs Victor that he has been sent by his mother to bring him back. Before departing, Samson activates a remote timer that detonates explosives planted in various vehicles and locations within the area, resulting in the deaths of all members of the trafficking organization. Unbeknownst to Samson, he has overlooked a critical detail: the explosion and ensuing fire also claimed the lives of all the prisoners inside. The following morning, Samson receives a phone call from the police, summoning him to the now charred trafficking hub. Upon arrival, he encounters investigator Steve, who expresses his anger and disappointment over Samson's actions from the previous night. Unintentionally, Samson has caused the deaths of numerous young individuals who were being held captive, with many succumbing to carbon dioxide poisoning from the fire. Inspector Steve informs Samson that, despite his past service in a special police unit, he continues to operate independently for certain parties. Although Samson's intention was to rescue Victor, his actions led to tragic consequences and significant setbacks for law enforcement. Steve advises him to resign from his position and refrain from interfering in police matters. In the subsequent 6 months, Samson transitions to a new career as a butcher, striving to lead an ordinary life like others. However, he remains haunted by the mistakes he made 6 months prior and frequently finds himself plagued by memories of the flames he ignited. A family from the United States arrives in Moldova, consisting of Fadin, the father, his wife Monica, and their teenage daughter, Becky. Fadin, an MMA fighter, is scheduled to compete during their stay. While Fadin is taking photos of his daughter, he is unaware that a woman named Amelia is discreetly photographing Becky from a nearby location. Upon reaching the hotel, Becky requests her father's permission to step out onto the balcony in search of a more reliable cell phone signal, while Fadin remains engrossed in watching MMA events on television. Becky encounters Amelia on the balcony of the adjacent room, who informs her that the signal in the lobby is more stable than on their floor. As Fadin searches for Becky, calling her name, he returns to the balcony only to find it empty, with only Becky's laptop left on the table. Concerned, he attempts to call her cell phone but receives no answer. Growing increasingly worried about his daughter's disappearance, Fadin promptly notifies the hotel manager. A review of the hotel's CCTV footage yields no clues. In a bid to escalate the situation, Fadin reaches out to the media, which quickly spreads news of Becky's absence. Samson, who is taking a break from his work at the butcher shop, watches news coverage of the incident on television. Shortly thereafter, Fadin and Monica approach Samson seeking assistance in locating their daughter. Fadin mentions that someone from the American embassy had advised him to seek out Samson for help. Despite their pleas, Samson initially declines to assist, citing his status as an ordinary individual. However, Monica recognizes his tattoo and recalls his background in a special police division. Desperate for help, Fadin and Monica offer a significant sum of money for Samson's assistance. Nevertheless, he remains hesitant due to lingering trauma from past mistakes. That evening, just as he is preparing to close his shop and head home, his son arrives to see him. Selwyn, a representative from the American embassy, recommended Samson to the parents of Becky. He attempts to persuade his father to assist in the search for their missing teenage daughter, explaining that the police are limited in their capabilities due to certain authorities protecting the actual crime syndicate. Despite this, Samson declines to help once again. Undeterred, Fadin continues to seek assistance from individuals on the street near a nightclub in his quest to find his daughter. When he approaches a bar to ask for information while holding a photo of Becky, he is met with insults from a group of men who claim he is unfit to care for her.
Excuse me. This girl, have you seen her?
No.
The woman outside, the gypsy lady?
No such thing as gypsy lady. They're all horse.
And thieves.
Sorry, did not see her.
Have you seen her anywhere around here? She's my daughter.
She's, how you say, hot. Hot. Why let her come to a place like this?
Sending kids to make extra money.
What'd you say to me?
Come on, partner. Time to go.
Overwhelmed by their numbers, he is severely beaten. Fortunately, a man wearing a black mask appears unexpectedly and intervenes, defeating the assailants. This masked figure is revealed to be Samson, who had been following Fodden for some time. Samson then takes Fodden to his butcher's shop to treat his injuries. Once there, he assures Fodden that he is willing to assist in locating his daughter, albeit working independently and without interference. The following night, Samson visits the residence of a businessman named Lucas. Disguised as a messenger, he gains access to the gate guard station and eliminates the guard. He then stealthily navigates through the security control center and into Lucas' room without alerting the other guards. Upon entering Lucas' room, Samson swiftly apprehends him and demands information regarding Becky's whereabouts. Lucas claims ignorance about her disappearance. In response, Samson threatens to gather evidence against him and warns that if Lucas is found to be the mastermind behind these crimes, he will return to eliminate him, a prediction that ultimately proves accurate, as Lucas is indeed orchestrating Becky's abduction. After Samson leaves, Lucas instructs Flat, one of his henchmen, to eliminate Becky. Following Lucas' orders, Flat shoots Amelia and her partner to eliminate any loose ends before threatening Becky with gasoline. The next day, authorities discover a charred body believed to be Becky's, with her bracelet found on the corpse's left arm confirming this identification. However, Samson remains uncertain after examining the condition of the body and requests a DNA test to ascertain its identity. Shortly thereafter, Fodden, Monica, and Samson head to the hospital to await the results of the DNA test on the remains. Monica was overcome with grief upon receiving confirmation from the forensic doctor that the deceased was indeed Becky. In her distress, she confronted Samson with anger, holding him accountable for the reckless decisions that led to this tragic outcome. The following morning, Phaedon and Monica prepared to return to the United States, while Samson coped with his anguish by consuming alcohol excessively. Shortly thereafter, Lucas and his associates arrived at Samson's butcher shop seeking revenge for his actions the previous day. In a vulnerable state due to his inebriation, Samson was unable to defend himself as Lucas' henchmen assaulted him with iron chains. However, he eventually regained his composure and fought back against all of Lucas' thugs. In a moment of clarity, he recalled the jewelry on Becky's left hand. Remembering that Becky consistently wore her bracelet on her right wrist, he began to doubt the identification of the body found by the police. Determined to uncover the truth, Samson proceeded directly to the international airport to meet Phaedon and Monica. Upon arrival, he approached them without hesitation and asserted that Becky was still alive, referencing the details of her hands. According to Samson, the forensic doctor who examined the body may have been bribed by the suspect in Becky's kidnapping. The three immediately proceed to the Pryor Hospital to arrest the forensic doctor. After he is detained, Monica and Phaedon compel the doctor to reveal who had paid him. Stelly, according to the doctor, is the individual who paid him to falsify the DNA test findings. Stelly is the Deputy Defense Minister of Moldova and the owner of a trafficking company. Stelly kidnaps American girls on occasion because he enjoys having American girls serve him. He is aware that the forensic doctor told the three that day is secret. After hearing the doctor's call, he directs Flat to handle Becky's parents' difficulties. On the other hand, Samson transports Phaedon and Monica to a place to keep them safe from Stelly. He reassembles the previously stored weaponry. Meanwhile, Becky is observed being held hostage in a remote spot away from cities. When the guards around Becky become careless, she grabs her smartphone and dials her father's number. Through the phone signal, Phaedon and Monica can locate Becky, but it turns out that it is all part of the kidnappers' plan to capture Phaedon and Monica. They promptly notify Samson to accompany them to Syornaya prison. Samson attempts to dissuade Phaedon and Monica from emulating the suspect's actions in the kidnapping. Upon arriving at their destination, Phaedon and Monica quickly search for a way to enter, as the area is heavily guarded. After successfully neutralizing the gatekeeper, they gain access to the premises. They cautiously follow a guard who is holding their daughter, but soon realize that it is a trap designed to capture them. Fortunately, Samson arrives just in time to prevent them from being shot by the guards. They enter the building after obtaining a key from one of the deceased guards and rush towards a woman who resembles Becky. However, they soon discover that she is not Becky but another victim abducted by the criminal organization. Determined to save the girl, they release her and resume their search for Becky. As they proceed, they encounter several armed guards. Samson swiftly takes action, shooting the guards while using smoke gas to obscure their vision. From behind a monitor, Flat quickly instructs his men to surround Samson and his team. A shootout ensues between Flat's thugs and Samson's crew. Observing his goons fall, Flat withdraws his men and presents Phaedon with a choice between Becky and the girl Samson had just rescued. Flat threatens to kill Becky if Phaedon does not agree to the exchange, leaving them with no option but to comply. Suspecting this maneuver is a trap, Samson plans to observe the exchange from a safe distance to locate Flat's sniper. After the exchange takes place, Flat immediately orders his men to execute Becky's parents, but Samson intervenes just in time. Having already eliminated 2 of the snipers, he is able to thwart Flat's plan. Meanwhile, law enforcement arrives and surrounds the area. Fortunately, the girl who had swapped places with Becky survives because Samson had provided her with a rifle. In a dramatic turn of events, she shoots Flat in the head. Ultimately, all of the American girls held captive by Flat are freed. The next day, Samson and Selwyn drive Phaedon and Monica back to Moldova's international airport. Meanwhile, Stelly finds himself in a church, reflecting on his past actions with regret. During his confession, Samson unexpectedly appears and shoots him dead. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.